More consumers and restaurants are going meatless. Now there's a new patty to compete with other meatless burgers, and it's from a veteran of the vegetarian food industry. Dr. Praeger Sensible Foods just introduced the perfect burger. CEO Larry Praeger is here with us now to help digest the news, pun intended, unfortunately, no, or fortunately. Thank you for coming in, Larry. So this is something that, Adam, you well know I've been saying all along, is that we've seen the rise of the beyond and impossible. We've seen these things around for a long time. You would well know because Dr. Praeger's has been around for a while.
Yeah, we've started the company about 25 years ago and helped kind of pioneer the category since then. And obviously, there's been a lot of attention brought to the category over the past few years, with Impossible and Beyond coming on. But we've seen tremendous success also over the past 5 years. We've been increased revenue 30 to 35% year over year for the past 5 years. We're approaching about $100 million in revenue, and one of the things we're most excited about is the fact that we've been able to do it profitably.
Well, we talk about this trend, and one of the complaints we've heard about the burgers that are already out there, lots of salt, lots of processed products that people are still trying to avoid. What you're trying to do, and the way you put it in the press release, is a burger that has a short and simple ingredient list. What's in your burger?
Yeah, so we've been, for the past 25 years, that was kind of the need that arose out of originally coming up with the Dr. Praeger's concept was having products that were low in sodium, low in fat, low in saturated fat, having clean, recognizable ingredients that you can understand, and then also having third-party certifications like non-GMO verification, gluten-free verification, vegan certification, which give a extra level of kind of transparency and assurance to the consumer about what they're getting in their package. So for the Perfect Burger, which we just recently launched, that burger is made of pea protein, it has some sunflower oil, and then we also put in 4 different types of veggie purees, which kind of ties back to the DNA of Dr. Praeger's, where we're trying to get more people to eat more veggies in their diet. It doesn't take away from the taste, but it's in there as added vegetables.
So, Larry, let's get you to be really frank here on this. Sure. You are a company that has pre-existed this trend. I was about to say fad. I won't say fad yet, craze, because these two companies have sort of come seemingly out of nowhere. I mean, look at Beyond Meat's IPO and the stock. What do you make of all this? Why now? Are you sort of just kind of mind-boggled watching this?
So much
yes, well, and
you were first.
I would wonder, are you thinking, gosh, we got an IPO?
Well, I mean, 2 questions. The first question is, no, not at all. I mean, we've been growing 30 to 35% year over year for the past 5 years. It's a family-run business where we manufacture everything we make out of New Jersey. And, we feel like, we were maybe ahead of the curve, but the timing really seems to be now. And, our brand's on fire. So they've brought great awareness. They're increasing the size of the consumer base, and it's really been great for our brand as well.
You can do more.
Second question?
Yeah,
yes,
IPO, because you can do more private, but...
yeah, so on the IPO, no, we haven't really thought about doing an IPO. It's a family-run private company, and with all this new awareness kind of coming to the brand, it's really gotten everyone very excited, whether it's the sales team, the marketing team, R&D team, to kind of create more items that are in line with what Dr. Praeger's has been doing.
I have to say, I have gotten Dr. Praeger's products from Whole Foods, which is one of the places that sells them. Yep. As far as I know, you guys, though, do not have presence in various fast food chains, like we were just talking about with the Burger Kings and Dunkins of the world. Is that something that you would be interested in exploring?
Well, it is. It is something that we're currently involved in. Our food service business is roughly about 12% of the overall business. We do have some larger chains that we are doing work with. We do have our California veggie burger that's in White Castle. It's been there for about 2 years. Oh. So that's there as another option. That product is more of a veggie-based product, our original California veggie burger, not really meant to taste like meat, meant to taste like vegetables, so different than some of the competition. But that's been there for a while. And since the launch of our Perfect Burger, we've been really focused on getting into more of those chains, which we're working with now.
There's veggie and then there's fake meat.
Clearly,
you shouldn't confuse those two.
Yeah.
Clearly, you know what you're doing in this space, and we're all coming to the table, so to speak. What are the people investing perhaps in a Beyond Meat or these other ventures? What are they perhaps missing? We saw the valuations shoot up.
Yeah, as far as what are they looking for in their investment?
Yeah, I mean, look, Beyond Meat right now it's not where it was, but it's $162 for basically new product. But you've been in the market already for 25 years.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of excitement around the fact that they're kind of like a standalone company that is in the meat alternative space. Some of the larger companies and CPG brands that are out there do own brands that are in that space, but these guys are standalone in that space. I also think people are, investing in the company because of their mission to kind of improve the environment. So I think people are making investments in the brand, based on that too.
They're a pure play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen some manufacturing issues from Beyond and Impossible in terms of shortages and whatnot. Is that an issue that you guys have had to deal with? Especially, I imagine there's now more demand for pea protein because that's some of the stuff they use too.
Yeah, there is. We launched a line of products called Pure Plant Protein about 18 months ago, which means that for about the past 2 to 3 years, we've been working on our pea protein supply. We have great vendors. It took a long time to find the right vendors that could provide us something that had a nice, clean, kind of flavorless taste with the pea protein, and have contracts in place for the next few years to meet demand. And that's on one side of it. The other side of the supply chain is really us manufacturing the product and making sure we can actually get enough out of the building. So at the same time, about 18 months ago, we started building a new production area within our facility, which will allow us to actually double our capacity, and that opens in the next few weeks. So we're pretty excited, and we've been kind of planning this for a while to make sure we can keep up with demand for at least the next 3 to 5 years.
It's great to get some perspective from you amidst all of this meatless craze. Thank you so much. Larry Praeger is the CEO of Dr. Praeger's Sensible Foods.